Welcome to another episode of Rod's Tabletop Hoops. Today we have a matchup in good old PTG Basketball, or Pro Table Games Basketball. There's a good look at the game box right there. This game was established around 1966. 1966, 65-66 was the first season issued of PTG Basketball. Whatever you want to call that, the 67 edition, and then the 68 edition, which is the 67 cards, which are displayed here. I purchased these literally 2 years ago on eBay from Keith at Big League Company. Keith is no longer selling these seasons on eBay. He has retired. He is in his mid-80s, and we wish him well. He's still residing in Hinckley, Minnesota. So anyway, this game, there's 10 cards per team plus a team shot card. Kind of shows the distribution of the shots. For instance, in this one, the position shooting is S1 through S5, and basically every player is rated for the amount of touches they get. Now, you can see there's S1 through S5 listed throughout here, but basically all that is saying, let me use an example, because I'm not going to remove my little discs here. But for the Hawks, for instance, you can see that Lou Hudson's at S1, which means every player on the 10-man team is rated S1 to S10, whereas you can see an S8 for Gene Tormel in there. Paul Silas is an S10, so obviously he gets the least amount of shots per team. But anyway, no matter who you have in there, you've got to assign lowest to highest for shot selection. And so what I've done for this game in particular, because I've removed the playing board and I've replaced it with my 1980s Memorial Coliseum playmat from Inked Gaming, is I've created little labels for each side, S1 through S5. Whoever's in the lineup at that particular time. Rick Barry is an S1, and he will be the S1. Jeff Mullins, I'll use that as an example. Oh, these are my new little stands. I'm trying to test to see how these things work. And obviously things fall off of them quite easily. You can see that Jeff Mullins is an S3, but in this particular lineup, he's the second most shots. So you set that up every time a substitution is made, which isn't really that difficult to do. Going back to my stands I was just talking about, I found these guys on Amazon, and they're also available on eBay, but they're cheaper on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you get no free shipping and everything, and quick shipping. But anyway, they come with a piece of plastic coating on the bottom and the top, and you just tear that off, and they end up looking like this. But if you want to just keep something that's coated and you just didn't want to have a lot of gloss or clearness, I kept it clear because I felt that maybe I'd be able to see my game board through the cards, but they do kind of take up the entire stand. But they're good little stands. I got 10 for about $17, and I'll probably put a link in the description if you're interested in getting any of these on Amazon. What I've also done for this game is, you can see in the background there's some floor play charts. The floor play charts generally the original ones that came with the game were quite small in font size. I'll show you. The whole floor play chart is right here. This is the only page you really need for most of the game right there. But you're just trying to read those and play a game with the boards, and the distance is really tough. So I kind of put them on my laser printer and scanned them in and blew them up, turned them sideways. And so I got the first 11 numbers of the floor play chart right here. And 1 through 4 is good. These are the defender ratings. I'll describe those as the game goes on. This is just play result numbers 12 through 36, which are all rebound numbers. And there's some modifiers that occur if a defender's really bad or really good, or if the rebounding numbers are higher or lower based on individual matchups. And it's really a lot simpler than I'm describing right here. It's one of the simplest games I've ever played. And there's result numbers 37 through 46, which are rebounds, loose ball fouls, turnovers. There's a chance for an action chart, which could create some weird injuries and things as well. So there's also a chart here to give out fouls. You get an individual foul, then you can call it on a certain player, unless, of course, that player makes the foul themselves. So PTG Basketball was established, like I said, around 1966, and it was probably the best game created during the 1960s, because prior to that you had Nagamco, which really, as groundbreaking as that game was in the 1950s, this game far exceeds it. Better matchups. The cards kind of have that APA baseball card look, and there's APA baseball card modifiers. I don't know why APA didn't take on this game and make it their own. They seem to be having some troubles here. It was prior to Big League Company, whoever owned it first. They came out with 2 seasons with this kind of card, and then they kind of reduced the quality of the cards for following seasons, and they weren't as good. I think Big League Game Company took over the making of the cards and the publishing of the game for the next 10 or 12 years before it's kind of sunsetted around 1980. So anyway, I made my own game clock. This game revolves around shooting field goal attempts per quarter. So you don't move the clock unless a field goal attempt is made. In addition, I noticed that the Golden State Warriors have a field goal attempts per game of about 109, while the St. Louis Hawks are around 99 field goal attempts per game as a team. So this 50 shots per quarter is not exactly accurate. It's probably a few shots less. So around the 6-minute mark, I'm going to pause it for one play and just replay the 6:00 in order to establish that extra shot per quarter. That'll get me to about 204 shots, which I need about 200. What do I need? About 200 and 109 and 90. I need about 105 shots average per team. So I need closer to 210, don't I? So maybe I'll do 2 pauses per quarter, maybe at the 6 and the 3-minute mark or something of that nature, to get the shots just about right. Either way, the Warriors are a great rebounding team, so if I'm a few short on the Golden State's 109 field goal attempts per game, that's not going to matter too much, because they will out-rebound the Hawks, possibly. We'll see how that works out. Nate Thurman's a fantastic rebounder, well, much better than Zelmo, Big Z, Beatty. But Bill Bridges is also pretty good. But there's going to be some good matchups here. The Warriors and Hawks met in the Western Division Finals, where the Warriors won in 6 games in a best-of-7 series, and went on to play the Sixers in the NBA Finals before losing to Big Wilt Chamberlain, Hal Greer, and that great Sixers team. So anyway, we're going to play a little bit of this and see how it goes. I can't remember the jump ball. I will have to take a look for that. Let me get the jump ball chart. Okay, the jump ball chart is up here. This is on the original game board, the back side of the floor play chart. This has got missed free throws and things like that. I may or may not use exactly their methods, but I probably will. Let's find out how this works out. It's based on differences in height, and a 1-inch to 3-inch difference in height between Beatty and Thurmond. Thurmond's 6'11" listed, and Beatty is 6'9", so we're 1 to 3 inches in height advantage to Thurmond. So you roll here, and it's shorter, taller. Taller's going to get it 5 through 9. So let's just roll that, see if and I got a 4, so it goes to the shorter man. And that means that Zelmo Beatty gets the height. PTG Basketball, once again, like I said, it is a very simple game to play. You basically take these 4 dice right here. These are like the APA numbers. 36, I would use that first number, second digit, and this is actually who gets the ball in our particular play. So we use the team shot card to find out who gets the ball, and then basically within the same roll we see what the result is on that, and then we look at the floor play chart and we'll see what happens for St. Louis Hawks. So I've got a 7 for the possession. 7 says S1. S1 in the lineup is Joe Caldwell. 64 is an 11. So an 11 on the floor play chart over here, you can see it will be based on whether the defender's an A, B, or C, and Barry is a defender A because he doesn't foul much. And so the 64 on Caldwell, it's very easy to relook at it in case you forget, which I do all the time. An 11 is a missed on that shot, missed C31. So we're going to go with a missed shot for Joe Caldwell to start off this game. That counts as a play. And the rebound on that is the 31, it said. So the 31 on the rebound chart's right here. Missed rebound to offensive right guard. And I've got a right guard and a left guard here. But at the same time, changes, if the defender has a higher rebound class than his man, you give it to the defender. So we're going to go right guards, and that's going to be Mullins versus Mullins 10 versus Guerin 4. So that offensive rebound turns into a defensive rebound for Jeff Mullins. And the Warriors have possession just like that. So you don't really have to turn any FACs, PACs, player determination cards. You just roll for the Warriors. And once again, we got a possession 8. Warriors 8 is an S4. And Thurman is the S4 in the lineup. You roll a 32. His card has a 7 on 32. And that's going to be another one that's a foul. Fouled one free throw, but it does not say who the foul is on. It's going to be a one-shot free throw for Nate. And we roll one die. There's a spot up here where it's just kind of a random assignment of the foul because it wasn't particularly on a defender. 6, opposing defensive right guard, and that's Richie Guerin, gets the first foul. Back in 1966-67, they shot one-shot free throws. So there's Nate Thurman's card. You basically, there's asterisks. There's a few of them peppering the card, so you got to roll the dice. If it doesn't have an asterisk, the free throw is good. If it has an asterisk, it's not good. So a 61 on Nate, and that's going to be a missed free throw for Nate. Nate Thurman 0 for 1. I'm just going to make sure that I did that correctly. So yes, that is a missed free throw for Nate. There's a missed free throw chart, and that's just an add up of the 2 dice. And you can see how old this printout is. The numbers are actually cut off. I know the defensive center is 7, so I'm just going to work around that. The rebound goes to 4. And so 2, 3, 4. Offensive center, 2 asterisks. If the offensive center is the shooter, give rebound to the defensive center. So it was the shooter, and the rebound will go to Zelmo Beatty. Still scoreless. We continue our gameplay right here. And let's see. That's an 8. I wrote that wrong. 8. S5 for the Hawks. And that's Bill Bridges. And I rolled a 13. A 13 is an 8. There's another foul possibility. His defender is a forward 2B. A B defender fouled in the act of shooting 2 free throws. And that is directly on Fred Hetzel. So that's the first team foul for the Warriors. 2 free throws for Bill Bridges. See if someone can get us on the board here. That's a 51, and that's good. 53, and that one's good as well. So the Hawks are on the board first. 2 free throws for Bill Bridges. And I can't remember. I have had no other field goal attempts, right? Yeah, so I'm not missing on the shooting. It's just field goal attempts that move the clock. That's my rule. There's a couple rules that the original game says you might move the clock on for foul in the act of shooting, but I want to get the field goal attempts correct. So here we go. Warriors with the ball. That is an 8. 8 is S4, and that's Nate Thurman. 52 on Nate. 52 is a 2. His defender is a 2. And so you can see 1 through 3 is good on Zelmo Beatty, and Nate Thurman's going to score the first field goal of the game. And boom, move the clock. You can also check for an assist. You look at the 8. The Warriors got it to their S4, which was Nate, and there's a little name, if playing, credit assist to Addles, and Al Addles is not in the game. Other rollers of this game, veterans of PTG, will re-roll that dice, so it's just not always going to the same guy every time Nate scores. So, but either way, we're going to go with that, and the Warriors have tied this game up at 2. Back to the Hawks, and that's a 6. Their shot card says S3. That's Guerin, 53. Richie Guerin, the player coach. That's a 28, and that's going to be an automatic rebound. Anything from 12 through 36 is an automatic rebound. Miss, rebound, offensive right forward. So miss for Guerin. We'll see how the rebounding works for the Warriors here, though. 28, offensive right forward, which would be Bridges. The defender has a higher class rebound, and his man give him the ball, but no, not in this case. 18 versus 14. Bridges a great rebounder, so we'll give him an offensive rebound, and you just reset up the clock. There's no follow-up shot that way, but the Hawks keep the ball alive, and that was a missed shot, so I got to remember to move the clock. I have not played this game in months, so it's I got to remember exactly what I'm doing here. It's a 2. A 2 is S1 shooter, which is going to be Joe Caldwell. 41 is a 1. A 1 is a basket on every defender. Rick Barry's a defender. 3 doesn't matter. Pogo, Caldwell gets 2. And move the clock. Hawks there. And the assist goes to Wilkins. He is in the game. So we got our first assists. All assists in PTG are passive assists. There's not going to be any big assist for setting up another player. And that frustrated people into the 1970s until games like Fast Break and Strat-o-Matic came up with automatic types of assists. But it's just the way the game is played. So we got a 4-2 game. Hawks with the lead. Warriors get the ball. And that's a 3-2 is 5. 5 is an S2. S2 is going to be Jeff Mullins. 25 on Jeff. That's a 1. Good. Jeff Mullins drills it. Warriors, potent offensive team. So 10:45 left. And that was a 5. Let's see. Assisted by Newman. Is he in the game? Yes, he is. Paul Actor Newman. That makes perfect sense. It's 4-4. And here comes the Hawks. And that's going to be a 10. 10 is an S4. S4 is going to be Lenny Wilkins. 16 on his card is a 6. That's a foul drawing number. Fouled in the act of shooting. 2 free throws. And we will roll to see who that is on. It's a 3. Foul on defensive right forward. The right forward is Fred Hetzel. And that is 2 already on Fred Hetzel. Warriors don't have a lot of depth at forward. They do have Tom Masheri, and I'm going to probably activate Clyde Lee as a forward. They only have 1 forward on their bench. Wilkins is going to the line for 2 free throws. And here we go. That's a 52. 52 is a make. No asterisk on his card. And a 12 is also a make. So Lenny puts the Hawks back in front. And it is 6-4. Hopefully Hetzel. I don't really know of ways to play safe. I've been told a couple, but it's been a while, so probably won't be playing safe in this game because there's no true rule for it. There's a 10 for the Warriors. A 10 is an S1. That's Rick Barry. Averaged 35.6 a game. He finally gets a touch here. He's known as Rick Touch Barry. 35 on Barry's card is a 3. His defender is an F1. So that's the worst kind of defender. So that's going to be a basket for Rick. So this could be a field day for Barry if Pogo continues to guard him. It is 6-6. And that was a 10. Let's see, the assist would go to Olsen. Olsen's not in the game. So anyway, that was a move of the clock. Okay. 6-6. Got a good one here. And 11 for the Hawks. It's going to be an S3. That'll be Richie Guerin. 62 on his card is a 26. That's another automatic miss for the Hawks. Clock moves to 10:15. What was it? 62. I'm glad I can really relook at this. 26 and numbers 20 through 26, as you'll notice, there are no modifiers. So this is an automatic rebound to the defensive right guard, Jeff Mullins. Warriors take over. 6-6 game. And we got ourselves a 6 S3. Fred Hetzel, the power forward. 44. 44 is a 4. The defender is a 3. And if it would have been a 3, it would have been a missed shot. But a 4 is good. A 3 is a pretty good defender, actually. So, basket by Fred Hetzel. Move the clock. Look for the assist. 6. It looks like Jeff Mullins is going to get his first assist. And it is 8-6. Warriors in the lead. And the Hawks of 67 come down. And that's going to be a 5. 5 is the S2. Goes to Beatty. Zelmo. 56 is a 33, which is a missed shot. We'll move the clock. Miss for Beatty. And, yeah, what was a 56? 33. So there is a modifier here. Missed rebound to right forward. Let's see. Defensive right forward. If the man has a rebound cost 3 or higher, give the rebound to the offensive player. And in this case, a 14 and an 18, Bridges is much higher, so Bridges is going to grab that rebound on that particular number. There are some automatic offensive rebounds in this game, so it's just kind of giving that advantage. When that advantage is so huge, you give the ball to that guy with the bigger advantage. So offensive rebound by Bridges. And once again, you just roll the dice, look at the shot card. That's an S3. Coach Richie Guerin, 52. And that's a 2. His defender is a 1, Jeff Mullins. So that's going to be good for the coach, Richie Guerin. That's his nickname, Coach Guerin. And it's 8 to 8. Move the clock. And the 6 is, it says none for the assist. So they must have been a little low on assists that year. Warriors come back. 8-8 game. Got a battle. 5. S2. S2 is going to be Jeff Mullins. And a 53 on Mullins is a 28. And as I said before, that's going to be an automatic miss for Mullins. Uh, 28, did I say? 53 is a 28? Yes, 28. And the 28 is going to be miss rebound to offensive right forward. But if the defender has a higher class as his man, as we described earlier, the defender gets the rebound. So Bridges is totally out rebounding Fred Hetzel. I may have to use Clyde Lee at forward or something to neutralize that. But either way, that's a rebound for Bridges. And the ball goes to the 3, which is an S1. That's Pogo, 32. 32 on Pogo is a 34, and that's going to most likely be a miss depending on... Yeah, it is. It's going to be a miss for Caldwell, so we'll move the clock to 9. 34... Wait, was it 30... 32, I guess forget sometimes. 34, missed rebounded defensive center, and Thurman is higher than Beatty, so that does not apply. Thurman with the board, he should grab about 15 to 20 based on the way these teams shoot. And so that's a rebound for Thurman. Warriors come down with a 10. S1 Barry, 32 for Rick. What's the high scorer look like on a 32? That's a 34 right back. So, missed by Barry. A 34 defensive center, but if the man is 3 or more higher, which Thurman is, Thurman will grab the offensive rebound on that. So, Bridges is winning one battle for the Hawks, but Thurman is counteracting that. Grabs the rebound, hands the ball to the 6, which is the S3 Hetzel. 56 on Hetzel is a 26, which is an automatic missed shot. 8:30 left in the quarter. Hetzel with the miss. What was that again? 56 is a 26. Rebound, defensive right guard. The coach, Guerin, gets the re. Here comes Atlanta. St. Louis. They're not in Atlanta yet. And we got ourselves a 5. So the Hawks get the ball to the S2. That's going to be Zelmo. Zelmo 62-31. And that is most likely a miss. Yes, it is. 31. Offensive right guard's going to battle. So miss by Beatty. Move the clock. Offensive right guard, as we've discussed. Guerin is way lower with a 4. Mullins has a 10. So that rebound's going to be number 3 for Jeff Mullins, who's doing a number on the boards. He averaged about 13 a game. He hadn't achieved his star status with the Warriors as of yet. Warriors get the ball. 10. S1 Barry. 53 is a 28. That is going to be a miss for Rick Barry. He's 1 for 3. And a 28 is a rebound to the offensive right forward, unless the defensive right forward has an advantage, and Bill Bridges does. Rebound number 4 for Bill Bridges. And this is back before the day you just add a single dice roll to see if they can grab the rebound or not. This is just rebounds per 48 minutes. Hawks with the ball. And that's going to be an 11. 11 is an S3. S3 is going to be Richie Guerin. 25 on Guerin's card. And that's a 1, and that's going to be a basket for Guerin. You can score on anybody with that. So Guerin's got 4. Hawks have 10 points. And let's see what else we have here. Assist on that play is an 11. Tormillen or Hudson, that does not apply. So it's 10-8. Hawks. Warriors coming back. 4, that's an S2. S2 is Jeff. Jeff Mullins with a 23. 27, and that's going to be a missed shot for Jeff Mullins. 23 is a 27. And that's going to be offensive left forward Barry, perhaps. And let's see if he's got a higher rebound class. Barry, 11. Rebound. Oh, shoot. Oh, forward 11. So if he has a higher rebound class than his man, give it to the defender. And this is how I play it. If it's a tie, it does not have a higher class. So I'm going to give it back to Rick Barry on that rebound. So Barry gets the offensive rebound. Some like to give all ties order to the defense. I just say I'm reading the question as is. It's not higher than his man, so Rick grabs the offensive rebound. And the ball goes to the 9, which is the S5, the lowest shooter in the lineup. That's Paul Newman, Paul Actor Newman. He gets a 15, and that's a 24, and that's going to be another miss by the Warriors. Hope I'm moving the clock each time. A 24 is an automatic rebound to the defensive center. Zelmo with rebound number 2. And that's a 9 for the Hawks. That's an S2. S2 goes into Beatty. 34. That's a 10. That's one of those defender foul things. And a 10 on a defender with an A characteristic is good if you see in the left corner of that floor play chart. So Beatty scores on the defense of Thurmond, but Thurmond doesn't foul. That's kind of the benefit of having an A on your defense. So we'll go the Hawks to 12, down to 7 minutes. Assist on the play, 9. It's Rod Thorne, but Thorne's not in the game, so no assist awarded. Hawks now lead 12-8. Warriors with the ball. There's an 11. 11 is the S5. And that's for the Warriors going to be Newman again, the actor, 12. And that's a 42. Now, I got 37 through 46 or so on this little chart, and a 42 might be an offensive foul. Charging, offensive foul, Newman. So they got a little bit of everything. They got some steals. We haven't seen many, but be ready for that. I'll show you when that comes. It's usually in the 37 to 42 range. So that's a turnover. That does not move the clock. Hawks have the ball. Ball goes to the 5. The 5 is the S2. S2 is Beatty. 32. 32 is a 30. And we know that's going to be a missed shot. So a missed shot for Beatty. Move the clock. 1 for 4 for Zelmo. What did I read again? It's always nice. The dice just stay there. I can relook it up. 30, which is going to be the offensive left guard, which will be Lenny. But there's a change here. If the defender has a higher class, give it to the defender. So Newman is a 5. Lenny is a 7. So Lenny does retain the offensive rebound. And the Hawks continue playing offense. This is a 66. You know, in baseball, APA, that's a 1 and a home run for many home run hitters. But a 6. Ball goes 6. S3. S3 Guerin. 66 is a 1, and that's 2 points for Richie Guerin, just like that. I kind of call that a slam dunk, and Richie has 6 points to lead the Hawks so far. The assist will go to the 6. It says none, but a free, great play by Richie Guerin, and it is 14-8. Hawks shooting 41.7. Warriors just 40% so far. And we've got an 8 for the Warriors. 8 S4. S4 will be Nate Thurmond. Thurmond with a 43. 43 is a 9. That's a foul number. And Beatty is a 9. Fouled 1 free throw on Zelmo. Big Z's first foul. Not a move of the clock because he's not doing anything. But once again, it's only 2 team fouls. And we'll just give Nate 2 free throws. And we got a 41. And that's a miss. There's an asterisk right there. Nate's 0 for 2 from the line so far. 63. And he finally cans one. Finally, the Warriors actually get a point. So, anyway, ball goes back to the St. Louis Hawks. And we got ourselves a 7. The 7 is an S1. S1 is Joe Caldwell. 31 on Joe. And that's a 3, so we know that's going to be a shot. A 3. His defender is Barry. And the defender 3, Barry's a 3, forces a missed shot. So Caldwell will miss this one. A worse defender would have had a made shot. He's only 1 for 4. It says C29, which we know is a rebound. I've already moved the clock. 29, rebound, offensive center. But unfortunately, Beatty is much less than Thurman. Thurman's going to grab that rebound for number 3. Good defense by Barry. Great rebounding by Thurman. Going to go to the 6-minute mark here. And that's a 13 with a 9. 9 is S5. S5 is Newman. He's got a 13. A 13's an 8. That's a foul drawing number. Depending on Wilkins is a B. An 8. Defender B. Fouled in the act of shooting 2 free throws. Foul on Lenny Wilkins. That'll be his first. And so we're going to have Paul Newman going to the line for 2 more free throws for the Warriors. Let's see what we got here. And that's going to be 22. And there's no asterisk there. So Paul must be a decent free throw shooter. 62. He's got them both. So Newman puts the Warriors in a little better position with 2 free throws. It's 14-11. We're going to be hitting the 6-minute mark pretty soon. And that's going to be 5 for the Hawks. That's going to be an S2. S2 is Zelmo, 46. 46 is a 6. That's a foul number. And that's going to be fouled in the act of shooting. So, got to find out who that foul is on. He's going to be getting some free throws either way. 1, opposing defensive player Nate Thurman's first. So Zelmo's going to go to the free throw line. And he's got a 53. Good. 54. No good. All right. So Nate makes it Nate Zelmo makes it 15-11. The rebound on the free throw, I'm going to use the chart here. And that's a 10. Defensive left guard rebounds. So the left guard will be the actor, Paul Newman. Not really the actor, but all right. Still haven't had a field goal attempt for a couple plays here. Let's see what the Warriors decide to do. 5. That's an S2. S2 is going to be Jeff Mullins, 45. 45 is a 24, and that is a missed shot. An auto missed shot for Mullins. Just 1 for 4. 24 rebound defensive center. That is Zelmo Beatty. And let's do one more play without moving the clock, as I said I would, because of the amount of shots taken per game. Back in 66, there's a lot of teams that were right around 100, so 50 per quarter adds up about 100 per team. But we're just a little higher for the Warriors. They average over 122 a game. And so, oh, who's got the ball? Hawks? No. I just had a rebound. It's the Warriors' ball. And that's going to be a 7. And that's Rick Barry. That's a 46. 46 is a 6. Barry's going to be fouled in the act of shooting. And it's going to be 2 shots. Let's find out who it's on. It's on the 1. Defensive player. It's going to be Joe Caldwell. That's going to be his first. That's 14 fouls. Rick at the foul line. Underhanded free throw, 13 is good. And 26 is good. As expected, Barry makes his free throws. He's got 4 points. The guy who averages 35.6, working his way there. So I still need to get that other shot off. Let's go. St. Louis, 8S5. It's going to be Bill Bridges, 51. Is a 23. So that's going to be an auto miss. And that's going to be the defensive. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to keep it there. Defensive right forward. It's going to be, what was it? 51. 23. Oh, it's an auto rebound. Defensive right forward Hetzel does get a rebound. So anyway, we're halfway. And the Warriors have the ball. I'll put it closer to their team. Halfway through the quarter, it is 15-13. St. Louis Hawks. I'm going to shake that Atlanta out of my head. Lead the Warriors by 2. Both teams have 9 rebounds, 4 team fouls. Both are shooting in the 30s, 38.5 for the Hawks and 36.4 for the Warriors. Well, the Golden State Warriors ended up shooting just 36% from the field in quarter number 1 and trail the Hawks 33-26 going into the second quarter. Leading scorers in the game, Lenny Wilkins had 13 first quarter points, hitting 3 of 5 from the floor and 7 of 8 from the line. Rick Barry, as expected, leads the Warriors in scoring, 10 points on 4 of 7, 2 for 2 from the line. And Nate Thurmond leads all rebounders with 7, although I'm incorrect a little bit. Bill Bridges also has 7 for the Hawks. And Bridges will remain in the game. I'm going to take Thurmond out for a few minutes, along with Zelmo's going to stay on the bench with his 2 fouls. I don't want him to pick up that third right away, so I'll put him in probably 3 minutes in. I'm going to go Gene Bumper Tourmaline for a few more minutes, and then probably bring in a couple other players. So Joe Caldwell's back in at guard. So here we go, second quarter. Going to have another jump ball. And let's see, using the jump ball chart. It's Clyde Lee at 6'10", Gino Tourmaline at 6'9". 1 to 3 inch difference. Yep. Here we go. And that's a 10. And it looks like the shorter guy is going to get the tap one more time. And it's going to be the Hawks, Gene Tourmaline. So St. Louis getting it going their way so far. And they're going to get the ball too. The 10. The 10 is going to be the S4. In this lineup, it's Tourmaline, 33. What a good roll. 33. Well, not necessarily. It's a 34, so that's going to be a miss for Gene Tourmaline. And the 34 result, move the clock, will be a 16. 34's defensive center. Yeah, and Clyde Lee has a higher rebound rating. I forgot to type his name in the scorebook here. So Lee, rebound number 1 for San Francisco, comes down the court. And we've got ourselves a what here? Sorry if I don't have the dice in play. We're going to have an 8, which is an S4. That's Tom Sherry. 56. Sherry's going to miss with a 26. Sherry's 0 for 2. San Francisco's still cold. 26 is an automatic rebound to the right guard, Rod Thorne. Thorny gets in there. He used to be in the NBA executive offices. And here comes the Hawks. Here we go. 6. S3 is going to be Rod Thorne, 56. 23, that's going to be a miss. Rebound right forward, which will be Sherry. Back to San Francisco. And there's a 66 for somebody. That's an 8, which is the S4. Sherry, 66, is a 1. That's good. Warriors are first to strike in the second period. Any assist on that play would go to Al Addles. He is in the game, so Addles gets the assist. 33-28. St. Louis with the ball. Another 66, back-to-back. And I know that's going to be a shot, so I'm just going to move that there. 4. S4 goes to Gino. 66-1. It's good. Tourmaline scores. And any assist on the play would go to Bridges, and he is still in the game. Hawks by 7. Got a 6 for the San Francisco Warriors. That's at S3. Goes into Clyde Lee, 54-33. That's going to be a missed shot. Warriors are cold. That's going to be your rebound defensive right forward. Yep, he is the legit high rebounder at that position. Bridges takes over the rebound lead in the game with 8. And we've got ourselves a what here? We got a 10. And that's going to be S4. It's going to go to Gino. It's going to be 54-33. And that is going to be a miss. 33. Rebounded defensive right forward. That'll be Thomas Sherry. Unless, nope, he's more than 3 less than his man. So Bridges will grab another rebound. Always been a great rebounder, Bill Bridges. St. Louis keeps it alive, 9. That's the S2. S2 is going to be Joe Caldwell, 55. And that's a 5. That's a basket and foul. Nice play by Joe. Jumping Joe. Second field goal. Assist on the play goes to Rod Thorne. Foul on the play goes to 6. Opposing right guard, Jim King. And the free throw for Joe Caldwell. Traditionally not a great foul shooter, but an 11, and it's good. So that makes it 38-28. San Francisco has no answers for St. Louis at this present time. And here comes 2. 2 is an S3. So an S3 on San Francisco is Clyde Lee. 41 for Clyde's a 1. And it's good. Clyde Lee scores. 38-30. Assist on the play would go to Fred Hetzel, but he's not in the game. So, yeah, 41's a really good number in a lot of the years of PTG. I don't know why 41's such a great one. It's kind of like 11, 41, 31. I guess, is 51 good? Not necessarily. Okay. St. Louis comes back. And it's going to be an 11. S3, it's going to be Rod Thorne. And Thorny, 52 is a 2. So we know it's going to be a shot. And a 2, his defender is a 1. That's good. (40-30). Rod Thorne scores. Assist on the play. Tourmaline or Hudson. And they're both in the game. I'm just going to go a 50-50 ball here. 2. I'm going to give it to Hudson on that play. 1-3. I don't know exactly the rule on that one, but they were both in the game. So anyway, 40-30. San Francisco gets the ball to S1, which is Barry. 25 on Rick, and that's a 7. Fouled 1 free throw, and so non-move of the clock. The foul is going to be on 3, which is defensive right forward, which will be Bill Bridges' second foul. Don't want him to get a third foul either. Free throw for Barry, and that's a 62. It's good. Gives Barry his 11th point of the game. 40-31. Here come the Hawks. And they got it to the 8. S5. And that's going to be Bill Bridges, 55-6. And he is going to be fouled as well. a 2-shot foul. And the foul is going to be on 3. Right forward, Thomas Sherry. That's his first. 2 shots for Bill. That's a 31. No good. 56. Good. Back out to a 10-point lead. Here come the Warriors. Ball goes to the 8, which is the S4. That's Thomas Sherry. And he gets a 33, which is usually a good number. He draws the foul. It's a 1-shot foul. And that's going to be on a 5. Left guard. Joe Caldwell's second foul. Sherry, 1-shot free throw. That's a 51. And that's a miss. Warriors not hitting their free throws very well. I guess they're at least 75% here according to this. So I may be a little bit off on that. Yeah, 69.2. Free throw missed. I got a rebounding free throws chart. I will look that up off screen. 33. Defensive right guard grabs the rebound. That's going to be Rod Thorne. Here come the Hawks. That's going to be an 8. S5 is Bill Rock Bridges. 16 is a 6. He's going to draw a foul. A lot of fouls being drawn right here. That's going to be on 1. Defensive player, it's going to be on Masheri. And 2 more shots for Bridges. Yeah, it was a 2-shotter, I think. And that's a 56. And a 63. They're both good. And that's 43. Whoops. 43. Somehow that went the opposite direction. 43-31 makes the free throws. Warriors looking for some answers. Here we go. Ball goes to the 9, which is S5. That's Al Addles. 15 is a 24. That's going to be another miss. Addles is 0 for 3. He's a 45% shooter. But a 15 is a 24, did I say? And that's just a 24. Just got to remember that's defensive center Gino Tormelin with the board. Hawks with the ball. There's a 9. 9 is going to be S2. Caldwell 63. 21. Well, unless there's something special, let's see. Defender's a class 4. Defender's a D. He's neither one of those. He's a C, so just a normal result. Offensive right guard will rebound. Let's see. He's a 6. Well, I don't think he can get it, though. No, it doesn't say any different. It's just an automatic offensive rebound right. Oh, I was 21. Offensive right guard. Yeah, Caldwell misses. Offensive rebound, right guard Thorne. Hawks maintain it. I'm going to hold it an extra spot on this 9-minute mark, no matter what happens here, just for the shooting. Get the field goal attempts correct for the game. 11 is an S3. That is Thorne, 63-31. And that will be a missed shot for Thorne. Rebound pending here. Let's see. Offensive right guard. Guards battle. Thorne has a 7. But Jim King has a 9. So I think, it's 3. 31. Let's just make sure. 31. Yeah, if the rebound class is higher for King, he gets the rebound. So a near offensive rebound for Thorne, taken away by King. The Warriors need to grab some boards and come back here. 11, S5. It's going to Al Addles, 35. is a 3. Defender is a 2 at guard. And that's sealed good for Al Attles, and he needed a basket. Al Attles in the Warrior organization forever. Makes the shot. The assist on the play would be Clyde Lee. 43-33. I don't even know if I held that extra shot, so I'm going to do it again. Okay, 9. That's an S2. Goes to Caldwell, 53. 53 is a 28. And that's going to be a miss shot by Caldwell. 28. Offensive right forward. And Bill Bridges does grab that because he's a fantastic rebounder. Let's do a quick look at the stats. Did he hit double digits? He's got 5 points and 10 rebounds. And the Hawks are out-rebounding the Warriors, which I did not expect so far. They maintain possession, though. And they get a 7. S1. That is the rookie Lou Hudson, 36. 36-1. It's good. Any assist on the play? Guerin is not in the game. 45-33. Warriors can't stop the Hawks right now. They are scoring pretty well, hitting only 43%, but they're killing it on the boards too. We got ourselves a 5. S2. It's going to go to Jim King. 56-23. That is not good. That's an automatic rebound. 23 to the right forward. Bill Bridges. Tack on another one for Bill. Here come the Hawks. Ooh, there's a 66. 8. S5 is going to be Bill Bridges, the lowest shooter in the lineup as far as possessions go. He is going to score. Any assist on the play? 8 would be Wilkins, but Lenny is not in the game. 47-33. The hometown St. Louis Hawks are on a roll. Here we go. 7. And that's going to be to Rick Barry. They certainly need to feed him more. 25 on Rick. That's a 7. He's going to draw the foul. Who's it going to be on? And that's a 1. Opposing defensive player, rookie Lou Hudson. Third team foul. Rick's going to get 1 free throw attempt. Not getting the ball too much. Makes the free throw. So Barry just getting a scant free throw. The strategy's working. Just foul Rick, make him take 1 free throw, and then get the ball back. Here comes, was a strategy back in the 60s. Here we go. 3. S1, that is rookie Lou Hudson. 24. And a 24 is a 32, which is a definitive miss for Lou. 32, rebound to the defensive left forward, Barry versus Hudson. And it's an 11 for Barry over the 9 of Hudson. So Rick's going to grab a rebound, about his 3rd, I believe. Here come the Warriors. And 6. Ball goes to the S3. That's Slim Lee, 51. 23, no good. Warriors just tanking it from the field at 36%. 23, rebound to Bridges. And they get the ball over to the S1. And that's going to be Lou Hudson, 31. Is a 3 against Barry, and Barry's a defender 3. So it says missed. C29, missed by Sweet Lou. And a 29 rebound is going to be offensive center. Tormelin's got a 16. That's not going to happen, though. Right? Let me see the 31 again. 29. That's offensive center. No, Clyde Lee is a 21, and so he does not. Lee successfully snatches it out of Gino's hands. Warriors come up court. Give it to the 7, which is Barry. And Barry gets a 12, which is a 41, which is an unusual thing. Probably a turnover. And a 41 pass intercepted unless defense is class 1, which they are. In that respect, offense takes ball out of bounds. So Lou Hudson, being a 1 defender, stopped a steal. We have not had many steals this game. It's been kind of interesting. There usually aren't a lot in this game, but there are a few. No one had steals stats back in the day, so they're just kind of randomly observed, and based on their defensive level, they can get more or less. So Warriors retain possession. Ball goes to the 10. That's S1 Rick, 54 on Rick. This time is a 33, which will be a miss. And the rebound on a 33 is defensive right forward. And yep, Bridges is definitely grabbing the rebounds. Early MVP honors so far. Go to Bridges. Hawks come down with a 9. It's an S2. And that's Joe Caldwell. Caldwell gets a 44. And that's a 4. Defenders a 3. It doesn't matter. It's only missed on a 3. And this is a 4, so it's good by Joe Caldwell. And the assist on a 9 would go to Rod Thorne. Second assist for him. 15-point lead for St. Louis. I'm going to bring Thurmond in a moment. Here comes 2. S3, Clyde Lee, 44. He is a 4 versus Gino, who's a 1 defender. So Clyde Lee's going to get the basket. And let's see, 49-36. And the assist on the play would go to Hetzel, but he's not in the game. So I'm going to play one more here, and we'll be midway through the second. So I'm going to double up that right there. 11 S3. That's going to be Rod Thorne, 35. 35's a 5. That's a basket and foul for Rod Thorne. Gets them over the 50 mark. Oh my gosh, I'm having a little trouble here. Here we go, 51. And is there an assist? It's the Tourmaline assist effect here. I'm going to give it to Lou again, based on my roll. And let's check the foul. Who is it on? That's on 4. Defensive center, Clyde Lee. And that's good. So Thorne with a beautiful shot. He's going to have 1 free throw. It's the 4th team foul, 61. And it's no good. See, there's an asterisk on 61. And so the free throw rebound's going to go to, and we're going to roll a 4 there. And I can't remember, was that the guard, the right guard or something? Oh, 2, 3, 4. Left forward with the board. It's going to be Rick Barry. All right, well, it's going to be the Warriors' ball midway through the second quarter. Hawks dominating the Warriors 51-36. Welcome back to Kiel Auditorium here in St. Louis, where the hometown Hawks are lighting up the 1967 Golden San Francisco Warriors 67-48. Leading scorers in this game for the Hawks. They have 3 guys in double digits. Lenny Wilkins has 13 points. Lou Hudson came off the bench for 10. And Joe Caldwell had a very good second quarter and now has 11 points for the Hawks, who are hitting 47.2 from the floor so far. Another one of the big surprises is they are out rebounding. Well, I take that back. The Warriors did come back to tie them in rebounding. It's 32-32 on the boards. That may be a good sign for the second half. The Warriors want any chance of coming back in this game. The Warriors are led by Rick Barry with 13 points in 21 minutes. He played 21 of 24 minutes. He'll be playing a lot more. He also missed back-to-back free throws toward the latter portion of the second quarter, and he really frustrated himself with that. So Rick's got to get on track. The Warriors are only hitting 14 of 25 from the line, and that is thanks to Nate Thurmond, who's been fouled quite often and is just 4 for 12. So we go into the third quarter. Warriors have a lot of catching up to do. We'll see what happens here if they can get back on track. Let me fix Lenny. He's kind of laying on the ground. And there we go. All right, starting the third quarter. We're going to have another jump ball. And that's just a 2-dice roll. And that's a 9. The jump ball on a 9. The 1-3 difference is the taller player, so Nate Thurmond will actually win the tap for the first time. So the Warriors come down with the ball. And they hand that ball off to the 9, which is the S5. And that'll be Paul Newman, 35. 35's a 3 on Lenny Wilkins, who's a defensive 4. And that's going to be a miss. And I believe that's ball knocked out of bounds, awarded to the Hawks team rebound. Yep, ball described as ball bounces out of bounds off rim. Credit defense with a team rebound. So, very interesting description. And so we're going to have a missed shot by Newman. Team rebound number 3 for the St. Louis Hawks. And that is a clock move. St. Louis gets the ball too. Ooh, it's a 66-7. I believe that is the S1. 66, 2 points, Joe Caldwell. And the lead mushrooms to 21. Assist on the play. Richie Guerin. Coach Guerin is back in the game. All right. Warriors come back down. They give it to the 6, which is the S3, Fred Hetzel, which I think if you look in the draft logs, I think Fred Hetzel was drafted a pick ahead of Rick Barry, believe it or not. And so they're hanging on to Fred, see if he can develop into a decent player. Had kind of a mediocre couple of years. And so Hetzel gets a 14, which is a 4 against Bridges, who's a 3 defender, and that's going to be good. Hetzel puts them at the 50 mark. And the assist on that play, it looks like Jeff Mullins will get the assist. That's Jeff Hassett Mullins, of course. And it's 69-50. Hawks. Oh, they're going to go to 7 again. It's going to be their top scoring player. That's going to be Joe Caldwell. Caldwell gets a 51 on the play, and it's a 23, and that will be a miss. This game's moving right along. Automatic rebound is going to go to the right forward, Fred Hetzel. Fred is actually one of the few Warriors that's shooting well. He is 5 of 6 from the floor, but the team shooting percentage at the moment is 36.7, which isn't going to win a lot of ball games. Warriors come down 10. That's Barry, 55 on Rick. That's a 5. That is a basket and foul. Ring it up for Barry. It was up to 15 points right now. Assist on the play, no assist. And who gets the foul? We'll find out right now. It's a 2. Left forward, Joe Caldwell. So Caldwell has 3 fouls. Zelmo Beatty has 4. That's the only guy that's really a danger. If he gets his 4th foul, they're going to be forced to go with Tormelin or Paul Silas at center, and that could hurt them. So the Warriors get the 3-point play opportunity here. Rick at the line. Missed 2 out of 3 his last time there. Let's see what happens here. 22. 22 is a miss again. Oh my gosh. Great foul shooters missed 3 free throws in this game. Yep, there's an asterisk. No, wait. Yeah, where's Rick? Yeah, 22. He only has 22, 33, 55, and 65. And for some reason, I cannot stop missing free throws for him, so. Rebounding chart. That's a 7. That's just going to be the center. Zelmo. So when it rains, it pours on the free throw shooting for the Warriors. And let's see. They get the ball to the 9, which is going to be the S2. And that's going to be Zelmo. 21 on Zelmo. That's a 22. That's just going to be a missed shot. 23 to 26. Rebound by Rick Barry. Probably just not understanding how he's missing these free throws. I think I got the 65 miss on Barry twice in a row that last quarter. Here comes the Warriors. That is a 2. S3. That is Fred Hetzel. 35. And that's a 20. And that most likely will be a miss because he's a 3 defender. He's not a D foul. Yeah, it's a 20. So that'll be a miss by Hetzel. And the 20 rebound offensive left guard. So Newman will grab the offensive rebound, keep it alive for the Warriors. Ball goes to the 11. S5, going to be Newman, 26. It's a 22. That's going to be a miss for Newman. Shooting woes continue for the Warriors. And that's going to be a left forward rebound for Joe Caldwell. Here come the Hawks. And that's an 8. 8 is S5. S5 is Bridges. It's 45 for Bridges. 24, no good. Rebound center. Nate Thurman grabs the rebound. Comes down for the Warriors. They need to make a shot here. Let's see. 6. S3. That's Fred Hetzel again. 25. And that's a 1. It's good. And is there an assist on the play? Mullins, another assist. They need Mullins to get hot as well. It is 69-54. Plenty of time in the half for the Warriors to make and continue a charge. And let's see, 2. That's shooting position S1. That's going to be Caldwell. 21. 22. No good by Caldwell. 22 rebound left forward, Barry. Gives him his 8th rebound. He averaged about 9.2. Here come the Warriors. 6. S3. It's going to be Fred Hetzel. 52 is a 2. And with a defender 3, that's good. Hetzel scores. 6 in the quarter for Hetzel, and it's down to 13. And did I move the clock? I can't remember. I'm going to keep it there for an extra turn anyway, just to match up the field goal attempts for the team. The assist on that play, Mullins again. 3 assists, 69-56. And they're going to get the ball to the 6. That's the S3. Richie Guerin, the coach, 63 is a 7. And he's going to draw a foul. 1 free throw. So let's see who the foul's on. 3, right forward, Fred Hetzel. And Fred Hetzel gets his 4th foul. I really can't worry about that right now. I just need him to score. We're going to see if Richie Guerin can make his single free throw. 26. It's no good. Rebounding the missed free throw will be a 7. That's going to be the center, Nate Thurmond. Big Nate's up to 12 rebounds. Bill Bridges has 13 for the St. Louis Hawks. Gets the ball to the 8. That's going to be S4. That's going to be Nate. Oh, 24. 32. That's going to be a missed shot for Nate. 32. Let's see. Rebound to defensive left forward. Pogo, if he's within 3, yeah, he will still grab that rebound. Beats out Rick Barry for the rebound. St. Louis comes down. And let's see. 6. S3, it's Guerin one more time. 36, good. Richie Guerin hits the shot. And is there an assist on the play? No. 71-56, St. Louis. Warriors get the ball to the S4 this time. It's Nate. 24 on Nate. 32, that's not going to fall. Nate can't throw the ball in the ocean, either at the line or from the field today. And that's a 24. I said it was 32. 32 rebound goes to the defensive left forward one more time. Caldwell with his 3rd rebound of the game. Here comes St. Louis. 66. That's a shot for sure. The 7 is the S1, which is Caldwell, and he scores. $73-56. The assist on the play goes to Richie Guerin, the coach. Warriors still in the hole. Here they come. 6. S3. Hetzel. 53. Really going to him. 28. That's going to most likely be a miss. For sure. And a 28, offensive right forward. Can he grab the rebound? Nope. Bridges is a much higher rebounder, so Hetzel loses the battle to Bill Bridges. Grabs his 14th rebound. Easy to get a lot of rebounds when your opponent is shooting 36.8 from the floor. And it goes to the 8, S5. S5. It's going to be Bridges, 44. That's a 4 against Hetzel, who's a 2. And that stops him. He missed the shot. Bridges, no good. Amazing how often that hits. Even a defender, too, gets a stop once in a while. Rebound, 34. Defensive center, Nate Thurmond. I can see 14, 24, and 34. They're all rebounds to the center, defensive center. Just got to remember that. Here comes the Warriors. 10, Barry, S1. 26, 25. That's not going to fall. Rick, no good. 25, rebound left guard. That's going to be Lenny. Hasn't shot the ball since that hot first quarter of his. See if they get it back to him. That's a 6. S3. The coach Guerin, 44. It's a 4 against a 1 defender. That's good. Richie Guerin drills it. That gives him 11 points on the game. It's 75-56, and there's no assist on the play. Warriors looking for answers right now. Look at all the sixes. I think they're going to get an answer here. I'm going to even count that as a shot already. So a 12 is S4. That is going to be Nate. 66-1 slam dunk for the Warriors. Nate has 8 points. Taking a lot of shots to get there, but they'll take it. Assist on the play would be Masheri, but Tom Masheri's not in the game. 75-58. Ball goes to the 7. That's the top shooter. That's Joe Caldwell. And Caldwell gets a 43, which is a 9, which is usually a foul drawing number. But Rick is a defensive A. 9 is a missed shot. Good defense by Rick. 9, what was the referral to? C30. Offensive left guard trying for the rebound. And it's a 5 versus a 7. Lenny Wilkins gets the offensive board, though. Good rebounder for 6'1". Hawks retain possession. Goes right back to Caldwell. Caldwell with a 35. It's a 3 against Barry, and Barry's going to stop that 3 right there. Missed by Caldwell. And what does that mean? C29. Offensive center, but he doesn't have a higher rebound class, so Nate Thurman's going to grab another rebound. 14 boards for Big Nate. Warriors come down. They get it to the 11. S5. That's Paul Newman. 46. 46 is a 6. He draws the foul. Active shooting. 2 free throws. Paul Newman. Fouls on the 4. Defensive center. Foul number 5 on Zelmo. Zelmo just can't avoid the fouls. Newman 53 on the free throw. Good. And a 31 on the free throw. Good. 75-60. Newman with 6 whole points. Zelmo Beatty is going to have to come out of the game with his 5th foul. All right, Paul Silas checks into the game. I've also put in Tom Masheri for the Fred Hetzel, who had 4 fouls as well. Hawks have the ball. Goes to number 1, Joe Caldwell. 53 on Joe. Seems like I've done that before. 28 is no good. 28 on the rebound will be offensive right forward. Yes, Bill Bridges definitely grabs that rebound, and he's having a monster game on the boards. That's 15 rebounds. I'll play one more play here, so I want to double up the number for the shot attempts. We got it back to 8, S5. Paul Silas, 56, 31. That's not going to go. .31 grabs the rebound. Offensive right guard, can he grab it? 4 versus 10. No, Mullins will grab that rebound. He had to be within 3, and he's down 6. So Mullins grabs the rebound for the Warriors. Warriors come down to Barry, 32. 34. Looks like a miss right there for Rick. 34 miss rebound defensive center, unless it's a range of more than 3. 24 versus 20. It is still. Nate Thurman is going to grab that offensive rebound. Warriors hand it over to Barry one more time. 54. He likes to shoot. And now we got a 33, which is going to be a miss again. Rick just cannot find the range. So 54 is a 33 this time, and it's going to be defensive right forward. Bridges grabs the rebound. So anyway, with 5:30 on the clock, our score, St. Louis Hawks 75, San Francisco Warriors 60. All right, here we are at the closing minutes of this game. It is a blowout, everyone. Hawks 115, Warriors 83. The Warriors averaged over 120 points a game, and they have just not been able to hit. They are hitting a terrible 34.8% from the floor versus 46.4% for the Hawks. And they just can't seem to put it together. They just are going to go with Rick Barry and Nate Thurman the rest of the way. Nate does have 23 rebounds, but it doesn't really seem to matter. He's shooting a woeful 3 for 12 from the field and 6 of 14 from the line. Rick Barry has gunned his way to his 27 points at this time. He's 11 for 26. But they're just not shooting the ball well enough to be in this game at all. So we're going to play out the last 3 minutes and just see how big or little this blowout is going to be. Warriors have the ball, 3 minutes to play. And they get it to the 3, which is Barry. I got an 11, and 11's a 1. Slam dunk for Barry. And the Warriors score a rare bucket. Assisted by Nate Thurman. So it's 85 to 115. Barry with 29. Ball goes to the 7. That's the S1. I got rookie Lou Hudson in there still. 23 is a 27. That should be a missed shot by Lou. .27 rebound offensive left forward. Lou has a 9. Barry has an 11. If the defender has a rebound class higher, it goes to Rick. Rick has 13 rebounds. But, of course, I've played him nearly the entire game. He's going to play 45 minutes today. The Hawks, they just have a lot of balance right now. Just quickly running down what they have. 19 points for Joe Caldwell, 11 points, 18 rebounds for Bridges. I haven't even played him in this quarter. 16 points and 10 rebounds for Beatty. Zelmo has 5 fouls. I was just playing out the string. He's got 16 and 10. Lenny Wilkins just came back. He's got 5 fouls. He's 17, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And Richie Guerin, 13. Lou Hudson, 16. Rod Thorne, 10. I played Dick Snyder the whole period. He's up to 4 points. So it's just been one of those games where everything's falling into place for the Hawks and nothing is going right for the Warriors. Who have the ball here? 9. Goes to the S5. That's going to be actor Paul Newman, 15-24. And that's the way it goes. They're not going to make it. Missed by Newman. Rebounded by Zelmo. There was an error on Zelmo's card. It says he plays 21 minutes a game. And I think he actually played around 35 minutes a game. He missed 25 or more games this year, though. And so I'm just wondering if they forgot to divide it correctly with his minutes or something. The only other error I found was, I think, a error on Coach Guerin's card where he plays forward and guard, but there's no rebound rating for each position. It just has a single 4 there, so that might have to be retrofitted to make it a 4. Probably translates to a 6 or a 7 on the boards when you're playing forward, maybe a little more. But anyway, Hawks have the ball, about 2 minutes to go. Ball goes to the 7, and that is Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou is going up 24. 32, that's not going to fall. And the rebound on a 32 is the left forward defense, Barry. Gives him 14 rebounds on the day. The rebound battle between the two teams, Warriors are winning at 67-61, but it just doesn't even seem to matter. That's a lot of rebounds, by the way. Goes to 3, Barry, 63. 1, it's good. Barry scores. 115-87. Barry up to 31 and 14 on the game, but really he's got 4 offensive fouls this game. Those are all 4 of his fouls. It just hasn't been a great day. Assist on the play by Thurmond. Hawks come down 11. S3, it's going to Dick Snyder. 33 is a 30. So that's going to be a missed shot by Dick. .30 on the rebound will be the offensive left guard unless Newman can out-rebound him. I think we're good. Wilkins gets the rebound. Goes back to 7. That's going to be Lou Hudson, 34. Is a 10. Defender is an A on the 10. And that is going to be good. If you look over there, it's 2 points for Sweet Lou. And the... did I move the clock? I can't remember if I moved the clock or not. So that's 2 for Lou. 7 on the gameplay. Guerin is not in for the assist. But Sweet Lou now has 18 points. You can read the whole booklet of the Hawks scoring, and everybody has a different number, but they're all in double digits. They've got a 10, 11, 13, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So Caldwell's leading Hudson by 1 point for the team lead in scoring. So we'll see if Caldwell maintains that. And look at this, 66. It's the second time this game I've done this. I know that's going to be a made shot. So I'm moving the clock early. 12 is S4. Nate Thurmond, 66-1. It's good. And no assist. 14 points, 23 rebounds. Seems like a great effort, but he just couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And they really haven't challenged him on defense much either. It's kind of interesting, this game. 8. Ball goes to the S5. That's Lenny. And that's a 14 on Wilkins. It's a 4 over Newman. And Newman stops it. The 4 on the defender, 2, stops Lenny from scoring. Good D by Newman. And that is a 34 then. Becomes the defensive center. Rebounds, yes. Nate has 24 rebounds. We'll see if he can get 25, a nice round number. We're just playing for stats at this moment. And the ball's going to go to the 4. The 4 is an S2. That's Fred Hetzel, who's had a good offensive game, battling foul trouble. 35. 35's a 20, and that's going to be a miss shot unless the defender's a D. Pogo is... he's not a D, and he's not a Class 4 either, so that's going to be a miss for certain for Hetzel. Call that a 20. Offensive left guard, can he hang on to it? Yeah, he will. Automatic offensive rebound for Newman, who's made a lot of good free throws this game, but not much else. Oh, I did not get the Hawks in there, or the Warriors. I've kind of fallen asleep at the wheel there. Ball goes to 3. That's Barry, 26. There's a 25 and another miss for Rick. .25 on the rebound is the left guard. That's Lenny. Lenny's been pretty tough on the boards. We're coming down to the last couple plays here. Get it to 8. It's S5. It's going to be Lenny Wilkins, of all people. I put all the shooters in the lineup. 16 for Lenny. That's a 6. He's going to draw a foul in the act of shooting. And that's a 1. Defender, Paul Newman. 3, that's 4 team fouls. 3 on Newman. 2 shots for Lenny. That's a 23. Good. 55, no good. Rebounding, missed free throws chart 4, 2, 3, 4. Offensive left forward. Lou Hudson grabs that rebound. Unless I'm reading that wrong. Yeah, he's not the shooter. So Lou Hudson's going to grab the offensive rebound. It's a pretty generous rebound chart. Hawks maintain possession versus today, where it's almost always a defensive rebound. 11 S3. That is Dick Snyder, 56. 23, that is not good. .23 rebound to Fred Hetzel. A lot of shots fired, a lot of shots missed today. Coming down to the final play here, 8S4, Nate Thurmond, 51. 23, no good by Nate Thurmond. That is going to end the game. 23 rebound is going to be right forward. That's going to be Caldwell, who will finish as the team's high scorer. The final score of this one, it's going to be the St. Louis Hawks 118, San Francisco Warriors. Off night, 89 points. Warriors finished at 35.4% from the floor. They have a dreadful fourth quarter. I believe they scored just 17 points, but they took a long time to get that first basket on the board to start the fourth. Even though I had Rick Barry, Nate Thurmond, I had some decent players in the game. It just wasn't their game. Looks like the Hawks outscored them in each of the four quarters. They finished shooting 44.7 from the floor. They took 37 free throws, made 70% of those. The Warriors took 33 free throws, made 63.6 of theirs. They just couldn't hit from the floor. And that's your ball game. St. Louis in a landslide, 118-89. This is Rod Hess signing out from Rod's Tabletop Hoops. Have a good weekend.